Trying to sell online for any length of time, you probably heard that the riches are in the niches. The riches are in the niches. This term about if you want to make money, you're going to have to find which niche your target customer is in. And I've spent thousands of hours studying what my niche is, getting specific. I thought I knew what it was in the beginning. That's what's funny. When I started this business, I thought I knew exactly what niche would serve my customers. I thought that I knew exactly which niche people wanted, and I was dead wrong. A lot of the clients that I work with are dead wrong about the niche that's going to actually be most effective for them. And so, don't get married to one niche. I want you to hear that, because you could spend so long being so stuck in one niche when the person that's actually going to be right for you in your business and engaging with you is in a different niche, and you're avoiding working with them because you're so stuck on trying to make your original niche work. All right, so I want to say that don't get stuck on one niche. Here's how you find your niche. Who are the people that are always asking you questions, engaging with you, who are working with you the most? Now, it might not be the market that you want to work with the most, and you can slowly pivot over to that. But what you want to find is in sales, in online business, in building a community. Listen, your community is what drives what you do. Now, as a leader of your community, you are leading that community, but you are going to attract the most amount of people around what they want, not what you desire, and are trying to force feed down their throat just because it's what you want to give to them. I've seen a lot of people do this, a lot of unwise people try to force their ideals on people through social media, and then they complain, oh, it doesn't work, oh, nobody wants to buy what I... Well, yeah, they don't, because they know that you don't care about them. You're just trying to force you on them, okay? So know that. People care selfishly about themselves. People care selfishly about what's in it for me. If you're watching me right now, I get some of you like me, you appreciate me, you appreciate what I have to say, but ultimately you watch me and you're listening to me because you personally want to get more results in your community and ultimately make more money. If you follow me, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, maybe even 7 figures. And that's why you follow me. That's your selfish reason for following me. Let's be real. and your audience is exactly the same way. Not in the same thing. Obviously, if you're not selling information on how to make money and build a community, it's not the same thing. But whatever your niche is that you offer, whatever you do, your audience follows for their selfish reasons. What do they feel when they engage with you? What do they get out of it? What's in it for me? And when you honor, it's all about honor. You honor your audience. You honor what your audience cares about. You honor what really drives them, what really motivates them, instead of what you care about. Listen, I'm not really super into talking about niches and ads and stuff all the time, but that's what my audience cares about, because I know that they want to learn from somebody that has spent over $8 million in ads, built 7 and 8 figure businesses, and so that's why they engage with me. That's why people come and follow me on my page. That's why people coach with me, is they want to learn something different than what else is out there as well, from a different perspective. And most coaches aren't going to be coaching you while they play the piano. That's unique as well. And so it's all about testing. It's all about testing. What does your audience resonate with? What do they care about? One of the ways that I've done this is I ask questions of my audience often. A lot of the posts that I put out there are questions. And I ask, about their situation, about their life. When you've engaged with thousands of people through the internet, when you've talked with thousands of people that follow you, you will start to identify patterns. So yesterday, I took the 350 people that have scheduled free calls with me over the last couple of years, and I used an app that uses artificial intelligence to find the common pattern across all 350 of those people. And what I found was that my audience cares about finding their niche. So guess what? Now I made content around that. Totally based off of what my audience told me explicitly that they care about. And so how do you find your niche? You create a feedback loop. You create a way for you to hear typing. People type, you're not really going to hear what they say. But if I'm getting on the phones, hear from people that are in your niche. What do they want? What do they care about? Getting feedback and being 100% accepting of what they tell you, whether you agree with it or not. You know, I fought against this for years. I fought against this idea. I wanted to help everybody. I had this idea, this goal of, I want to be somebody that helps serve as many people out there as possible. And it comes from a nice place in my heart, but it's not practical. And I've had to realize that it's not practical. It's not practical for me to be all things to all people. And so I had to dial in to who specifically wants to engage with me on a regular basis, instead of who do I want to engage with on a regular basis. And that is what helped create growth in my business. And that's what's helped create growth in my clients' businesses. We started to do that with our clients, really finding the niche that they're in. You know, one of our clients, Rick Pino, somebody that we worked with, we were focused on a lot of like prophetic worship and worship classes, and then worship songwriting. And we've really found a lane around songwriting and helping songwriters get their music out there and get their music heard. So that's a sub niche of a sub niche of a sub niche of his original niche that he started at. And that was the most effective way to find the right people to work with. A lot of his audience wants to be like him. He's a successful recording artist in the Christian music realm. And so a lot of people will say, hey, how did Rick get to where he's at? They want to learn from him how to get there. And so that's his niche, is serving that audience. A lot of people want to know from me, Jeremiah, how have you built a community? 15,000 followers. How do you build communities with companies that make 7 figures? And that's what I show people in my niche. So for you, what is your thing? What is your thing that people come to you for? What is your thing that people they ask you all the time? What is your thing that your product or service talks about? What is your thing that you're doing to serve your customers? By the way, this impacts what products you create as well. This impacts what music you write. If you're a musician, we're starting to work with those different musicians with Rick and help them as well. This impacts all of that because it's about what does your people that are not you, that are strangers or at one time were strangers, at one time didn't know you on the internet, and now they do, what do they care about the most? And then you make all of your content on social media about that. And that's how you come up with social media content. That's how you create your products. That's how you know which lane to be in. A lot of people don't like to hear this because they have a dream. Listen, I'm all about having big dreams and visions, my friends. I'm all about having massive belief in what you're doing. I'm all about having crazy goals. I have a crazy goal to launch video games in the metaverse. I have no idea how I'm going to get there. I'm going to need a lot of money to do that. I'm not a computer programmer. I'm not a digital artist. Okay? Hear me out. But I know that that's my goal, and so I'm going to have to make a lot of money to get there. I'm going to have to learn leadership. I'm going to have to make connections in the industry to get there. You hear me? So then that's my big goal trajectory. But in the now, it's serving people that want to know how to find their niche, how to build community. And that's my process. So how do I get from here to there? Well, that might take me 5-10 years. And I know that, and I've committed to that. And I've committed to not giving up and not being upset that, I'm not involved in the metaverse development space immediately and, it didn't work out. Don't get so stuck when things aren't going your way right away. They often won't. And that's a reality check that I think some people need to hear. Things are not going to go your way right away when you get started online. But if you stay consistent in the process, you focus on serving your audience, what they care about, what they want from you, and you focus on helping people And you focus on how can I be of service to these people that are showing up for me, whatever your platform is, whoever those people are that God, I truly believe, has brought around you. Who are those people that God has brought around you? It could be 2 people, my friends. It could be somebody from your church that looks up to you, and it could be somebody in your neighborhood or at the grocery store, and that's your platform. Serve those people. That's how you find your niche. And eventually, you'll get better at it and talking to more and more people. You're going to have to talk to a lot of strangers and turn a lot of strangers into virtual friends online to get this. And that will help you develop better products, better services, find your niche, and develop more wealth and riches. Listen, we're not talking about investing. We're not talking about how to grow your wealth or how to keep it. But we're talking about how do you make money online, and it's in that niche. And it starts with getting to know strangers. It starts with humbling yourself enough to say, I don't know everything. I don't know everything that people on the internet want from me. I don't know what my niche is, but I want to go on the journey, the discovery journey. Think of it like a game. Think of it like fun. I wake up every morning. How can I learn more about my target customer that I don't know today? And I've been doing this for 18 years. My target customer today is the same as it was 18 years ago. Business owners, course creators, trainers, authors, speakers, and influencers that want to make 6 and 7 figures through the internet. And that's who I've been serving for the last 18 years. And that's who I want to help. And so that's my niche. But I'm learning even 18 years later, okay? If 18 years later I've been working with that group of people and I'm still learning stuff, you got a whole lot more to learn as well about your niche, okay? Telling you that. And so keep learning. Make it fun for you. Make the learning journey exciting. And that, my friends, is going to help you discover and find your niche. Now, there's a second part of this. I'm not going to go into it a whole lot right now. I wrote a blog post about it on my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. You can check out that blog post. It's on the homepage. You scroll down and you can find it. It's a detailed article about finding your niche that goes into 4 or 5 more points, I think. But one of them is immersing yourself into your target customer's audience. Spending time doing what your customer's doing, even if it's not a normal habit for you. Because you're going to discover things from the perspective of your customer about empathy, putting yourself in the shoes of your target customer. How do you put yourself in the shoes of your target customer? Well, you do what your target customer does temporarily to discover what are they looking at? What is their worldview like? And that is going to help you, my friends, really help solve problems and find things that you never knew before so that you can start to make more money in your niche. Okay? So we'll talk soon, everybody. Listen, I'm no longer taking free 15-minute calls after January 1st. I offer these free calls with people where I work with people through their business. On January 1st, I am no longer taking those. If you want to talk with me on the phone and on Zoom after January 1st, you are going to have to pay $500 an hour to do so. But right now, until January 1st, you can schedule a free 15-minute call with me at my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. We can talk about your business and what's keeping you stuck and how to get you unstuck and how to help you start to bring in that 6 figures and ultimately that 7 figures and what you need to do specifically for your business to take it to the next level. So check that out at jeremiahkrakowski.com. Schedule a free call with me. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.